Good everyone, my name's Dan. Today I wanted to have a chat to you about my top 5 favourite online content creation tools. If you watch the channel regularly, you know I love making digital media and sticking it online for people to look at. So today I thought I'd take the time out and have a chat to you about some of the tools I use. One of the main tools I use for text and image-based content is Storify. It allows you to basically put together a bunch of different social media posts by people that have their profiles public. You take their posts and you can put a story together. So, for instance, I put a story together about the recent storms in the Gold Coast, because I used to live on the Gold Coast and I have lots of friends up there, but I don't live there anymore. And I put it together for myself and just my friends, and it was just basically, as you're looking at now, a big Storify of pictures and tweets and Facebook posts that were uploaded to various social media sites. I've put them all together and basically curated a piece of media from different social media posts. So I use that quite regularly for blogging. Instead of writing a traditional blog post, I put together a Storify and then embed that into a blog post. The second one that I'm going to mention is GoAnimate. If you've got some text and a narrative in mind, you can go to GoAnimate and make yourself an animation. I prefer using voices, real voices, but they have a text-to-speech engine on there, and it's not too bad. I mean, you know, any text-to-speech engine, hopefully they're going to get a lot better, but at the moment they still sound a bit robotic, and they don't, you know, especially if you're doing humour, or the timing of certain words you want exactly right, doesn't really pick up on those little nuances that you can get from using your own voice. So I tend to put the speech in via text and then download the video and put my own voiceover over the top, and most of the time you can get the lip syncing fairly good. So that's my second favourite tool that I use to make online content. The third one I'm going to mention I only just recently found about 6 months ago. It's called Pixlr at pixlr.com. Of course, you're looking at screenshots of all this now. Pixlr is sort of like a very soft version of Photoshop. It's a little bit more advanced than, say, Microsoft Paint, but not a lot. But you'd be surprised at the amount of things that it does. One of the things that I've been frustrated with is it doesn't allow you to put like a line around white text. Like when I put white text on a photo, I often like to put the black border around the text so that the white stands out, and for some reason I cannot find how to do that on Pixlr. But besides that, I love this online image editor. If you know how to put that white little border around the text, then please drop a comment and let me know, because I've tried and tried and tried. Always get so frustrated. So one of the things you're going to need, this moves on to my fourth favourite online content creation tool. One of the things you're going to need if you use Pixlr and you want to use it without the fear of the copyright police coming after you, is a appropriately licensed image. And the site I always turn to for that is the Creative Commons search site. You can search for music, pictures, video, you name it, it's all on there. You type in what you're looking for, you tell it whether you want to use it for commercial purposes or you want to modify and adapt and build upon the image, and it will find the images that are appropriately licensed. That's not the end of it though. Once you find the image, you do need to read the license, and if it requires an attribution, you need to give that somewhere when you post it. I mean, it is the internet and things are pirated all the time, and images are memed, and images are taken from news sites and remixed, etc. And personally, I think that's our culture, and we should back off this whole policing using archaic copyright laws. But they're the laws, so if you want to play the game within the rules, this site, the Creative Commons site, is awesome. The last site that I'm going to, and this is a bit weird because you actually don't create any content here where you can post content, but I usually get content from Reddit. This is my final tip or final favourite. You got to have something to write, post, or make content about. And if you're interested in making content that appeals to what's already happening on the net, this is a great way to have your finger on the pulse. And it's not just what's happening, what's popular on the net. All the subreddits here can keep you informed about trends that are happening in the niche markets. I mean, if you think about it, online market is a long tail market, and a lot of the stuff that happens online is all down here in the niche end, and Reddit's a great place to find out about that niche. Anyway, they're my top 5. What about you? What do you think? Do you make content online? What do you use to make content online? Where do you get your inspiration? I use other sites like Boing Boing and Mashable and Mumbrella. There's a bunch of sites that I use, but what do you use? What's your favourite place to go for a bit of inspiration? Anyway, my name's Dan. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.